Hi, my name is Gurmeet. I'm the head of financial education, training and capability development for World Trade Malaysia. Today I'm going to focus on the gold trend based on fundamental analysis and also technical analysis. Firstly, as we look at the most important fundamental factor, which is the United States Manufacturing Index, which is being forecasted to be a negative 4.3%, which is more lower than 0.0%. This ensuring that actually US dollar will actually come down. However, based on many past data of US, it has been the opposite, and it is likely that it will rise as well. Secondly, as we can see, houses prices in US has actually fell, and this has happened for the first time in the past 10 years. And this has actually hit the demand for houses to be much higher. As we can see, for China, a sharp increases in the borrowing cost has actually caused them in order to have issue with the economy. This will actually ensure that the US dollar will basically keep to increasing, and it is likely to strengthen more by this week. The range that we are looking at is between 1600 to 1650. The trend is bearish. Moving forward, we will go with our technical analysis. I will show you in the investing.com. As you will be able to see here, we will go to the daily, and at the daily you will be able to see based on Fibonacci that there are three support points. The first support points that we can look at is 1644.84. The second support point that we can look at is 1643.90, and the third support point that we can look at is 1642.38. And for our resistance points, we can look at 1647.88. For resistance 2, we can look at 1648.82. And for resistance 3, we can look for 1650.34. These are the support points and these are the resistance points that we can look at based on Fibonacci. And our pivot point over here, which would also be our take profit, would be at 1646.36. What we would do firstly is that we would like to actually check with all our technical indicators to see what would be the trend. As we could see here, most of the technical indicators here, except for the ADX14, is actually showing us a sell. So the summary of it is actually a strong sell in the daily. However, we can actually go for a further confirmation with our higher time frames. As we are able to see at our weekly, we also have a strong sell. And if we see at our monthly, we also have a strong sell. This shows that our trend for the sell is stronger at the higher time frames, and this will help us in order for us to actually place the sell as well at daily. We can always check and see whether if this is the correct trend. If let's say that you would like to go for a much higher lower time frame, basically what you could do is that you can go to a much lower time frame and check what does the technical indicator say. As you can see, in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes and 1 minute, you have a strong buy. And hourly also you have a strong buy. So this shows that there is a contradiction between the lower time frames and also the higher time frames. However, if let's say you would like to have more confirmation regarding on this, especially if you are going for the intraday trading, you can actually use linear regression as it is not in the investing.com. As I am able to see here, for the daily, I'll take you to the daily. My trend is basically showing me a downtrend. And if I'm going for a weekly, I can also see that my trend is also a downtrend, and whereas for my monthly is basically an uptrend. I could see here that there are two time frames that are supporting more towards strong sell, which means that I can look actually at my resistance points in order for me to place my sell. However, as I was saying just now, if let's say you would like to go for much lower time frames, you will actually have to check based on the technical indicators that were provided. As we have seen, that most of it is actually showing more towards strong buy. So in case if you want to go for a much lower time frame, you can go for a much lower time frame such as 1 minute to see what does the linear regression basically show us. As we are able to see, it is also supporting a strong buy at 1 minute. For 5 minutes we can see it's a strong buy, and for 15 minutes we can see it's a strong sell, and for 30 minutes we can see that it's a downtrend as well. Many time frames are actually showing us more towards downtrend. However, if let's say you want to go for a much shorter period of trade, which is being a scalper, you can actually go for a strong buy depending on the time frames that you are at, and you can choose the support points and you can place at your pivot point for your take profit depending on the time frames that you would like to trade. Especially now if we are looking for an intraday, as we know that actually we have confirmed this at our daily time frame in order to be at a downtrend, which means that we can go for our resistance points and we will be able to actually place our sell and take profit at our PU point. So if let's say we want to have more confirmation, we can always use the strategy tester. So as I use two types of strategy tester, which is the Bollinger Band strategy tester and also the RSI strategy tester, to get more confirmation by actually looking at the percent profitable. So as I'm able to see here for my RSI strategy, I am able to see that at daily my percent profitable is about 57.73, and for my weekly, as I can see, is 38.46, and for my monthly, as I can see, is 25%. Alright, so what I would do is that I will go to my Bollinger Band strategy to check. If I can see in my Bollinger Band strategy tester for the monthly, I can see that it's 51.72, and for my weekly is about 53.7, and for my daily is 62.59. The most important thing is that we have to get our RSI and also our Bollinger Band strategy tester to be above 50%. So in case if we look at here, we can see that our daily is much more stable compared to the other two time frames that we look at, which is one of the time. As we can confirm, basically as we look at this, we can see that our Bollinger Band strategy tester and our RSI strategy tester is more towards the downtrend at the daily, since as we can see that it is above 50% compared to the other two, which has a much lower percentage than 50% at the RSI strategy tester. Thus, I can actually go to my resistance points, my nearest resistance points, which would be at 1647.88, depending on the current market at that particular time. For the current market, you can always look at the current market. The current market currently is at 1647. So if it's at 1647, we can always go into our resistance points, which is the 1647 as well, 88, and then we can actually take our profit at 1646.36, and our take profit would be at 1644. I mean our stop loss would be at 1644.84. So this is one of the ways that we can go about at our daily in order for us to trade. The reason why I use Fibonacci over here, because Fibonacci has the highest probability in order for us to have a higher winning rate. Thus go for your sell, and this also actually compile with the fundamental factors that we have, which is also supporting towards a strong sell. The trend is bearish. Yeah. So if let's say you have any further information or you would like to have more further information, kindly contact me. Have a great day.